What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's or I should say, the final episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Diamond is unbreakable. This episode was fucking phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. I love this game. Or this movie. This episode. Jesus, this finale. My man, Yoshikage Kira. Quite the bizarre death. I'm a fucking comedian, I know. Anyway, with all joking aside, this episode was fucking amazing. I love this. I loved every second of this episode, man. This was fucking fantastic. The whole stuff with Remy, whatever her name is, was fucking phenomenal. This was all great. And so yeah, guys, in case there's a delay in this review, I mentioned this is my super review, but of course you guys know today is E3. Microsoft is coming out today, as well as Bethesda. I have nothing for Bethesda, man. I'm not expecting anything from Bethesda, but Microsoft, they usually come out swinging. And I look forward to seeing that. And you guys should see the outfit I'm rocking right now. So I'm rocking my Superman t-shirt as good luck for Rocksteady coming out to E3. I meant to mention this in my E3 predictions video, but I never got around. But I forgot to. But I have a feeling that maybe we might see Rocksteady appear and they'll announce their new game, which I'm hoping is indeed a Superman game. I give the Man of Steel his due respects, and I'm rocking my Bleach lounge pants for good luck that the anime game Microsoft show off is indeed a Bleach game. Please have it be a Bleach game. I'm wearing the pants. I'm legit wearing them right now as I'm recording this. And so yeah, the press conference is about to start in a couple hours. So yeah, I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So excited with it all. You got Joe, you got Kira, he's like, and you got Hayato. Sorry we lost last week. We got Hayato, he's like, no. It's like, yeah, do you hear? This is the end for you, Yoshikage Kira. You cannot defeat the righteous General. So he's like, no, this isn't possible. No. And then he's like, leave. He's like falling forward, like, no, this has to be a bad dream. No way, nothing like this doesn't happen to me. It's impossible. Such an outrage would only befall me in a dream. It's like, nah, this is the real deal, pal. Looks like your gorge force. And so then he falls to the ground. We then transition over to Rohan, Koichi, and Jotaro. They're all in trademark poses. You got Koichi leaning forward. I don't know what the hell Rohan's doing with his arms, kind of leaning like to the left or something. And then you got my man Jotaro with his hands in his pocket like an absolute beast. Fucking love him, man. Fucking love him. And so then he's like, and then you got this medical chick coming out there, which I will lie. I mentioned this in my review, or my reaction today. I legit thought that was actually Josuke's mom for a second. If there's one problem I think we can all agree on with the Rocky's art style is that he draws all his females the exact same. He always gives them similar facial features or something, because really you think one character is another character when in fact they're two different characters that just look the same. And that's like one of the I was basically really curious about Star Ocean when we get to that part. I'm really curious when we get to Star Ocean. That will be very interesting. Anyway. So after that, the medic comes in there. She's like, "Hey, yo, or you'll be sent to a hospital very soon. Just stay with me." And then Kira grabs her hand. Oh my god, this was actually kind of. And also, one other thing, they actually did not play the OP this week. Usually happen, but they actually had the English title this week, actually surprisingly, which it never happens. They usually just have the Japanese title, but this was the full-fledged English title. And so once he grabs the hand, Hayato's like, "No, it's too late!" And Rohan's telling Jotaro, "Hey man, you need to. I think it's time you start playing." He's like, I'm well aware of that, but he's too far out for me to use it because because we know he has a short range. He says he gets 5 minute close for it to actually be worth a damn to use the world. So then Hayato tells him about bikes it does, about how he'll send that he's turned that woman into a bomb, and then he'll send everyone will be dead except her, and they'll all be sent back 1 hour later or 1 hour earlier. He's like, I'm joking. He's like, this day just keeps getting better and better, and then we get to the best part of the episode film. The best part was right here, because my man, my boy, my man, my dude, Yoshikage Q is talking to this woman, and he grabs her hand, and then he starts gushing about her hand. Now, as we know, Kira has a thing for hands. He has a hand fetish, which isn't too out of the realm possible. We know serial killers all have weird fetishes for some reason. They're always into some weird shit. So my man Kira is going on about her hand. He's like, oh my god, it's so silky, it's smooth. Oh, I dare say call it milky. Oh, he just gushing about this woman, and I even tweeted out. If I tweet, he says, my man Kira is at death's door, and here he is gushing about this woman's hand. Dying face, dying face, dying face. Hashtag Tuminami. So. My man, so sometimes he's like, may I rub my face against it? And he starts doing it like he's a cat, which is probably kind of fitting because Deadly Queen is very cat-like, or I should say Killer Queen, whichever you prefer. Starts rubbing his hand against you, like, rubbing your sweet hand against my face. It calms my very soul. And then the man goes on about where his hand fetish first began. So fucking funny, man. So he tells him that. So he goes on to when he first saw the Mona Lisa. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci. I don't know why I said DiCaprio. Leonardo da Vinci, Mona Lisa. He tells him once he first saw the Mona Lisa, it awakened something inside of him. And we see this picture of a young Yoshikage Kira opening like an art book of Leonardo DiCaprio stuff. The man's mad blushing. And then we says, with her incredible beauty, and when I laid on her hands, it gave me a rock hard beat. They legit bleep it. And I checked it. I went on YouTube, looked this scene up on YouTube, hoping I could find it subbed, because I wanted to know if it was bleeped in the sub. It's not. And in the sub they say, he goes on about like, well, this is kind of dirty, but it gave me an erection. And Aaron said he gave a rock hard beep. If I had to guess, he probably said cock, because I don't think it'll be dick, because they've never censored dick before. They've never fully fledged bleeped dick. I'm curious if they. I really hope it's uncensored in the Blu-ray, so I get to hear it in all of its glory, man. Because that would be epic. I can't wait to hear what it actually says. I love DC Douglas. DC Douglas is a fucking phenomenal voice actor. He's one of my favorites. After voicing Yoshikage Kira, I can't get enough of this man. I cannot get enough of him. He's so fucking good, man. He's so good. Anyway, so he gets in, so then he starts legit licking this woman's head. She's like, oh, sir, what do you think you're doing? My real name is Yoshikage Kira, and I have had the pleasure of murdering 48 beautiful women, far more beautiful, but you're a special one. You get to know my secret, and you see Deadly Queen inside his eyes. It's fucking great shit, man. It is. This scene is so fucking amazing, and then so by this point, Jotaro starts sprinting over to Kira, I should say, and Rohan's right behind him. So they're sprinting over there so he can use Star Pleth. And he's like, So I have activated Deadly Queen, and yet here you are, still charging toward it. Go on, do it! All I want from you is to back me in a corner so I can use Bites the Dust. And so he's like, Hayato like, die! And he's like, I think it was like Josuke or Hayato, be like, don't not touch the switch! And then he hits the switch, and he ascends right back in time. He's like, yes! I done it! He's like, I've done it. He checks around him. No blood to speak of. His injuries are completely gone. And he says, I've done it! Yoshikage Kira has won! My perfect life of peace and tranquility is upon me! Yes! Kira's going off, and then we see Remy I should say. Remy in the background being like, well. Oh my god. Remy. And I tweet out right here, oh shit, when Kira went back in time, and oh shit, Remy, when Remy showed up, man. That was some crazy stuff. And so here, this is fucking perfection, man. This is absolutely amazing. She's like, well, the great Yoshikage Kira has finally done it. He is here. So there is true justice in this world. And who the hell are you, girl? Oh, you forget little old me? Don't know why I gave her a southern accent for that right then. He's like, I do not know. And so he's just like, fuck this. He just grabs her and is like, what are you? A stand user? Oh, trust me, I am far from a stand user. And then she puts his hand right through him and she's like, this is truth. Evidence that you blinded, dog. What? It's like, good, you don't even remember how you died? Let's go back. So then we go back to where we were. Kira's about to hits the button for Bites the Dust. Josuke, or Jotaro's about, I mentioned there, he's probably wrong. So right when Kira's about to hit it, we have my man Koichi coming in the clutch! My man Koichi! Man, I cannot wait to see him again in Golden Wind. I know he ain't gonna have a big role. I don't think he's gonna have like a Jotaro-like role where he's in the series most of. He'll probably get a few episodes, cameos, and that's it. Although I know apparently another character from Stardust Crusaders will make an appearance in Golden Wind as well, which that's interesting when he shows up. Anyway, I won't give out spoilers for people that have not seen or read Golden Wind. So anyway, yeah, Koichi, oh my god, I can't wait to see him in Golden Wind, man. That's gonna be fucking epic. Anyway, enough of me talking about part 5. So Koichi goes in there with 3 frees. He's like, he's like, the target has entered the 5-meter range for reverb act 3. 3 frees. S-I-8 or S-H-I-T. Damn you! I will hit the button. I will give it my life and peace and tranquility. He's trying to rise up his arm, and then you got Jotaro saying, he's like, Star Platinum, the world. And as you see Star Platinum actually kind of move his mouth to and kind of go with Jotaro, which that was kind of interesting. And so he's like, Koichi, you were the most reliable guy I ever knew. Which I was like, I love that my man Jotaro is giving my second favorite Jotaro, my favorite JoJo supporting character of all time his due props. One thing I love about Far Far. I love my favorite character of all time in JoJo is Jotaro, and he's constantly telling Koichi my favorite supporting character in JoJo, my second favorite character, hero character. My second favorite JoJo character of all time is my man Yoshikage Kira. But he's number 3. But he's my second favorite. So he's my favorite character. Second favorite character in Diamond Dust Rainbow. My third favorite character of all time in all of JoJo, and he's my favorite supporting character of all time. I love this kid. Can't get enough of him. Rocky, he is a legendary writer. Seriously, Toriyama should take some notes from this guy. Okay, that's enough of me throwing shade at Toriyama. He's a great manga in his own right, but Rocky, he knows his shit. Anyway, don't be talking about Dragon Ball. So he tells me, you're the most reliable guy I knew, and I was glad I met you. I was like, my man, my brother. And she's like, oh, good grief, that was close. Now, Star Platinum, and then we get my auras, which the aura beat down here. I think this might have been more satisfying the first leg. The best way you could ever determine the worth of a JoJo villain is how satisfying it is when Jotaro beats the shit out of them. I always say Jotaro because he's been now I know he's not in part 5. So I guess We'll see whatever happens with the 7-page Muda. But, that's the best way you can determine the wealth of JoJo. Is when Jotaro beats the shit out of him, is it ultra satisfying when you watch it? With Kira, oh yes. With Steely Dan, or Danley Steele, whatever the hell the dude's name is, perfection. Great stuff there. But here, in Darby, ooh. And the other Darby, ooh. With the, are you going to do the Ora thing? Yes. Oh my god. I love that one, man. Anyway. So Kira, so as I said, so he beats this. So he first punches his wrist. So he first punches his head, so he can't use the switch. At least it won't without being a pain in the ass. And then, of course, he gives a classic just random body shots all over the place and just punches him to oblivion. So he says, alright, that's enough. Time resume. Kira is then sent flying over them. And we then ended with an ambulance coming out of nowhere and runs through. All we see before it cuts is we see him. It looks like it broke his neck and then it just pretty much just completely destroyed his head. Like the tire just took over and just smushed his head. That because they keep saying Kira didn't have a face, so I guess his head got smashed as well. I'm assuming anyway. But first, looks like we see his neck get snapped. His neck snaps before it just cuts away and we just see a pool of blood. But at least what I'm assuming anyway is that first the tire broke his neck and then it just completely just destroyed him from the weight of the car. That's at least what I think anyway. And so, oh my god, everyone's like, oh my god, he's dead! Everyone's like, oh my god. Which actually, funny story. I mentioned this in my review a couple weeks ago. I think I might mention this in my reaction to the episode. And I think my review last week. When DC Douglas came out and said, hey, we're finally done with Diamond is Unbreakable. We finished recording everything. Everybody in the comments of that tweet was posting ambulances, gifs of ambulances, and or Patrick going, ooh, and I'm like, the fuck is with all these ambulances? And I jokingly said in one of my reviews, did he get run over? And I didn't think he would actually get run over. I was right, but I didn't think he would actually get run over by an ambulance. That was actually kind of surprising. I didn't think we would actually get run over, but he did. That man got mowed over by that ambulance, and his head is no more. Anyway, and so after that, then we see the aftermath. His head is still attached. Excuse me, his head did not get squished. But I think the doctor said that was from the force of the tires when they were moving that completely just ripped off his face. We never see his face for reason, censorship. I don't know. I would have liked to see it. That's just the thing with me. Whenever someone gets killed or something bad happens to a character, I want to see the gash. I want to see the wound. That's just who I am. I like basically because I also love slasher movies and I just want to see them kills. But that is just me. Same thing goes with Raimi's cut. We still never see it. Even though Rocky has had no problems showing dogs get murdered, burned alive, had their heads ripped off, exploded. He draws the line here and Kira's face. Okay, Rocky. Whatever, fans. Whatever. Anyway, so then we get back. So everyone's like shot, and he says, my man Jotaro says, life can be bizarre. Jotaro, you fucking comedian! Yeah, because the show's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure! Okay, anyway, back to the show. So then we get back to Kira, my man Yoshikage Kira. He's like, oh, no! See? This is how your life was ripped away from you. Damn you. Alright, that's enough. I've had enough of your childish game. Who or what are you? And then the wind comes in there. But it's like, oh shit, here comes the massive reveal. Every time there's wind, shit's about to go down. And then she reveals that he was like, you didn't have a stand when you killed me. Hence why my death was front page news. And then she takes off her top or pulls it down to show off her gash. Show everybody's like, I am your first victim. And like and she's like, oh god. And so then she moves closer to the mailbox. Moves a couple steps and Kira's like, hold on. Where do you get off and show me your disgusting wound? Hang on. Isn't this the place where someone should not look over their shoulder if something bad when Raimi looks shocked and she's like, fuck! It's like, my old man once told me that you should, whenever you find your place here, you should never look back. And so she's like, why don't you take a look for me? And so she pulls her head back, and we see Kira return back to his original form, yellow hair and everything. Turns around, she's like, oh please, did you really think I didn't prepare for this? I waited for 15 years. You're so predictable. Ooh! And then comes all out of nowhere, backs his arm up, he falls to the ground, and then the arms come in there and take his ass to hell! Or whatever the fuck they're gonna take my man Yoshikage Kira. Hopefully there he will meet his life of peace and tranquility. Not! Anyway. So, and she's like, no! Tell me, Raymond! Tell me that when they take him! And she's like, don't know! But I doubt you'll live a peach. He tries to get Deadly Queen to explode, but that doesn't work. So he is then sent into wherever the fuck. So then we return back to the real world. Raimi, she's like, finally, we have done everything we can. It is time for us to finally rest in peace. As she hugs Arnold. Which, by the way, can anyone confirm if Arnold is the dog being named Arnold is out, if that's a reference to Arnold Schwarzenegger? I mean, this did come out. I mean, Part 4 was during the 90s, and it came out in the 90s when Arnold was at the peak of his popularity with Terminator, Terminator 2, and all his other ones back when he was at the peak of his career. So maybe it was a reference to Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. If any of you guys can confirm or deny that, tell me down below in the comments. Anyway. So then Koichi and all the other guys come in there. Koichi, Jesus Christ, when did this man get such an attachment to this woman? We know Koichi's a very nice guy. A very nice guy. I mean, the man told Cinderella to blind himself if he picked the wrong one for what's her name? The chick with the long hair. I forget her name. Her name's in my mind at this current moment. So, the man's a really nice guy, but I don't ever recall him getting this much of an attachment to her. And my God, can I see the shits from here? And they're coming in quick. So, he's like, oh, do you have to go? I mean, can't you stay a little longer? And of course he's like, no, we've done everything we can. It's time for us to go into the graveyard. And Rohan, my man Rohan. She's like, so will you miss me, little Rohan? Please, in your dreams. I've said this before, but haunting the world of the living is so out of style. Ghosts should just explore the great beyond. And Koichi's face, he's like the man is visibly pissed. And I'm like, and he's just like, brother, come on, man, do it. Say it, damn it, say it. And then he just looks away. It's like, He's like, alright, fine, I'll say it, but only because I'll never see you again. Of course I'll miss you. And of course Raimi starts crying, or tearing up at least. Josuke and the others come in there. Joseph gives off his 2 cents, and she's a very brave woman. The rejects come in there, the Shav, what's her name, the 2 midgets, who else? The alien guy who we still know nothing about, but at this point, who cares? The chef I did like. I already mentioned this before, but you guys know how much I love the chef. His whole episode was probably one of my favorites in Diamond is Unbreakable. That's in my top 5 favorite episodes of Diamond is Unbreakable. That was so good. The comedy there was some of the best. It was the best Araki has ever put out. It was fucking fantastic, man. Who else? So you got her, the chef, and the alien, and all the other guys, and all the other kind of very minor supporting characters we saw from Diamond S. Unbreakable. They also say their goodbyes. Raimi then starts crying, then they hit the ground, then she rises over to the great beyond. So after that, we head over back to Hayato, which he's like, he's sitting at breakfast, he's at dinner. His wife, or not his wife, his mom is like, man, where is he? Where is that man? He must be working overtime, but at least he should have called at least. And Hayato, he's like, I was like, oh shit, you haven't told her yet, Hayato. Well, I guess now is best time to tell your mom, yeah, your husband's dead, and he was dead before he came back. That was another man. His name was Yoshikage Kira. He was a serial killer, killed 48 women, and was going to kill both of us, and almost tried to kill me. Twice. No. 3 times he killed me. Kind of. Ish. With bites of dust. But no, he says, I say, hey, why don't you eat your dinner? And she's like, nah. He ends up leaving, and she says, oh, she'll eat when he gets home. And then he says, that's it. I'll wait with you. Because that's what family does, eat together. And so I'm like, so Hayato, you just plan on starving to death, fam? I get what you mean. I mean, don't worry, I get what he means. But as it always says, oh, I'll wait with you. But I'm like, dude, he's dead. I mean, I understand. I mean, I know it's gonna be hard for him to tell her, but will he actually does he legit never tell her? I guess he never does, or maybe he eventually does. But yeah. And so then we get like the little conclusions with all the other characters. Hayato, like we already mentioned, he says he's gonna wait for his dad, who will never come, obviously. Such kind of like a bit of a somber ending as well, because they brought up the fact that how all the victims will never see their kids again. Shigechi, they said the parents are still looking for him and still waiting on him. And of course you meet some of his former co-workers saying that he's gone missing and everything. It was rather a bit of a somber ending. Weirdly, like Araki made it weirdly somber, bittersweet, I guess. I mean, because it was good. We had like great. I'd say the ending was great. It was kind of a bittersweet ending, weirdly. I don't know why Araki needed to go that route, me personally, just because, Kira's dead and we see everyone else, but then, they also bring up the fact about the victims will never meet their children again. Shigechi's parents are still waiting for him, and so is Hayato. It's just like, this is weirdly somber. Jesus. But, that's kind of just me. But we ended all on a good nice little happy ending here with Josuke. My boy Jotaro and Joseph are leave. They're back on the boat on the way to go back to, I don't know, Japan, the U.S. We get, of course, Koichi gets some narration. He tells us that Jotaro finally got his PhD after he did something on some starfish he found in Moria, which is, great for my man Jotaro. I guess now I gotta call him Dr. Jotaro now. Dr. Jotaro! What's my bill? What's my health looking like, fam? Anyway. So, with all jokes aside, he also does a couple things with some extra characters. We also see where he meets up with what's her name? When Koichi meets with her and she says that she made bento boxes for the both of them and she lost her ass time. She's like, oh, that's so sweet. I love my man Koichi, man. Nicest guy in probably all of anime. Weirdly, he's one of like the nicest guy you will ever meet in anime. I love Koichi, man. I love him. So back to where I was. So we get to Josuke. He's there. He tells his father goodbye. Everything. He says, and he asks him, "Hey, do you still have that picture of my mom and your wallet?" And she's like, "Yes, I have it right here in my wallet, just like you told me to." And then he says, "Well, I kept a piece of it." And then he uses Shining Diamond to bring him his wallet and pulls out the money and says, "Yeah, this is 16 years of late allowance." And Joseph is pissed off. While Josuke is laughing his ass off, and Jotaro's just like, he's taking that all the way to the bank. Great stuff, man. And eventually just like... And that is how we end JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4. Says that we ended off at Part 4 end. This was fucking phenomenal, man. This was a lot better than I was expecting, because I knew this was going to be masterful. If for any other less reason than just because of Yoshikage and Kira. But I did not expect it to be as good. Like, this was such a roller coaster for JoJo. We had some of the funniest episodes I've ever seen in anime history. We have seen some of the most depressing. We have seen some of the most tense episodes I've ever seen that would rival the best of Alfred Hitchcock. Honestly, like, seriously, Araki is a genius with suspense. Like, he rivals Alfred Hitchcock, honestly. And this was just such a roller coaster. With such amazing characters, Araki's outdone himself with his characters, man. Those character sheets he must have made for Part 4 characters must have been really big ones, because I do not know how he managed to keep creating so many great characters like Rohan, Koichi, adding on Jotaro. Josuke was also pretty cool, so as well as Okuyasu. Koichi, Rohan, and Kira, that's where it's at. Those character sheets for those guys must have been huge. Because in case you guys don't know, Rocky always makes character sheets for his characters right before he gets started on the new parts when he introduces a new character. So those characters, I almost want to read those. Legit, I actually want to read the one he has on Kira, because he's like my second favorite character in all of JoJo, man. This was, I don't know if Golden Wind can top this. If there's any other part that I know will top this, I'm feeling like it will be Star Ocean, just because my man Jotaro is in that part, and I think I'm gonna like the JoJo in that part as well because of that person's relation with Jotaro. I won't go into spoilers for people that have not read Part 6, so yeah. I'm looking forward to part 6 whenever that gets anime. Hopefully by that point, part 5, the dub is completed, and I won't have to still be playing catch up. By that point, part 5 will already be over, and I'll be watching it subbed with the rest of y'all, which I look forward to, just so I can see all the memes right when they drop. See all the broken, see all that great English, the memes, everything. I can't wait to watch it in Japanese when part 6 drops. But part 5, hopefully, if I had to guess, probably either it might come out later this year or it might come out early next year. That's my prediction for when the part 5 dub will drop. And that's my opinion anyway. So overall, I would give the final episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, a 10 out of 10 once again. My favorite for the whole series, 10, 10, 10. 10. This is an amazing part of JoJo, and yeah. Oh man, JoJo, man, this series is so much better. I remember when I first watched JoJo back when I did part 1 and part 2, and I was like, man, this is a damn good series. But then when Star Wars Crusaders happened, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then when Diamond is Unbreakable, Araki was like, nah, that was just me warming up. I can't wait. Golden Wind, man. Golden Wind's gonna be interesting. Although it's gonna be weird, that part, because from the clips I've seen, from other stuff I've heard about part 5, it should be interesting. It should be interesting. Anyway, guys, so hope y'all, so I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Flame. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.